Looks lovely from here, actually. Beautiful sunshine. Oh, nice. Oh, it looks actually really smashing. Just a view, like the sun is sort of. This is like the perfect forest scene. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's exactly why. No, it just looks gorgeous here. No, look. See what I mean?
Oh yeah, marvelous. Yeah.
Perfect forest. Hey, we are here checking out if there might happen to be any mushrooms. It has been such a dry um, late summer, beginning of autumn. Here it's autumn already. That we haven't been able to pick much. We have found a few porcinis, but then again we haven't really had time to dive into that either. I wonder, by the way, if this is. Heippa Hellevi, onko sä Facebookin kautta tällä hetkellä? I'm not sure exactly where the broadcast is visible at the moment because last time apparently it wasn't visible on Facebook. So I don't know if we are connected to everything again. Last time? I don't think so. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we've been a bit busy with, first of all, of course, the Tree Hugging World Championships, which went well, as, as you very well know. We were even in the Times. That was so cool. But then today, I was invited to the IUCN, um, like the Nature Conservation uh, World Congress. So I was a speaker there. Aha, okay. I was a speaker there on the Metsähallitus, like the Finnish forestry. Huh?
Forestry department.
Yeah, they had a workshop, and I was invited to be a part of it. So we've been a bit busy. But now we are going to check out whether we find something. We have to find mushrooms for the winter. But look at this beautiful ant nest, though.
And yeah,
It's really high.
it's high and it's very active.
It's still active. They are about to go and hibernate, but now there's still
Yeah,
some
getting ready
action.
for winter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are so interesting. But let's see. Let's take a look whether we find something,
Yes.
Mister.
Because
I think we're going to.
I was of
Huh?
course doing, because I was of course doing DJ gigs as well.
Yeah, Stefan was last night DJing, so he's also like not exactly Mr. Sunshine. Luckily, the weather is
Ah,
so
thank you
beautiful,
very much, Mr. Sunshine.
especially when you get to play. Oh, it looks so pretty. Just that you can't see very well because I'm facing the sun. But it is a little bit difficult to find mushrooms and film at the same time.
Yeah, that's why I do the mushroom collection. You don't
Yeah,
do it.
but it doesn't look like my favorite mushroom has come up at least.
No, it doesn't look very smooth.
No. Okei, kiitos Hellevi. Se, en tiedä missä mahtaa nyt näkyä. There is one here, but let's see if it's something that. I mean, I'm not going to take it, it's so tiny.
Oh, you actually
Yeah,
saw
looks like
something
a
with that.
tiny little hapero, but I mean,
Tiny, tiny.
it's so small that you can't exactly make a meal out of that.
I think with mushrooms it could be the same as with fish. I mean, a certain size you should leave them to grow.
Yeah, but then again, if you leave them to grow, they're going to get
Eaten by
eaten by worms. So,
maggots and maggots.
yeah, I'd rather eat them myself. Now,
That's what the maggots say as well.
yes, I fully understand them. Me and the maggots are on one line there. What I actually would want to find would be arched wood wax, which I know that exists in this forest, but that is a rather late, like,
Mustavahakas.
yeah, that's a later autumn mushroom, so it's not surprising if we don't find it now. And then there's another one that we're going to check out as well. There is another hapero. But this is really, normally the haperot come first. I don't remember what it is in English. At least I will show you what it is. Look, this is a hapero. Hapero is called like that in Finnish because um, it sort of refers to the crumbliness of this mushroom. You see that it sort of is very bristle, and that's what the name sort of means in Finnish. Can you cut this? Let's show people how the. There's my mushroom knife with a mushroom brush. Hey, will you show this way, mister? As you see, it's completely eaten by bugs. I mean, so you see, all kinds of little worms live here. This would, as such, be, you know, an
This is
edible
too good,
mushroom.
yeah.
Oh, the hat is rather clean. I mean, I don't want to take that now. I don't
No,
feel
no,
like haperot at the moment.
no. I
But
don't
just
feel it.
showing you how it looks. So these type of mushrooms we have a lot, and they are as such very very usable. And they were probably the first one that I started here when we moved back to Finland. And I started picking mushrooms because they are so easy. They are not dangerous. You,
I
you can't
started with
really.
tatit, didn't I? Yes, I
Well,
started with
that's
tatit.
another one, but
Oh,
tatit and haperot, they
oh.
were the sort of the first things to pick. There's only one of these that you can't really eat. It's not dangerous either, but the main thing is that it's really bitter. So if you happen to take one in your basket and then cook it, you're going to ruin your whole dinner.
But at least not your health.
No, not your health. It's not going to be lethal. So those for me, I've become a bit too picky. I don't even collect them anymore. But it looks like they're kind of the only ones that are there. Then here, this one, I will just pick these. You don't need to worry about it because what? Did you just leave it or what?
I just missed them.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been doing this since I was a child.
Should I be filming and you check for mushrooms? That's your idea.
No, it doesn't matter. This is a kangastatti, but I mean, I'm not going to take this one either. This is a boletus, as you see. If you look,
They are very nice. I like them.
yeah, well, me not necessarily, but hey, Borovik. I have never heard of that particular one. No idea what it's like. We, of course, here, because we are in the Arctic Lapland here. So this is like 175 kilometers north from the Arctic Circle. And that means that the the all the vegetation basically that we have here is quite different than when you if you go more south. So we have much more limited number of different kinds of species. As you hear, we are very close by to we are in our own neighborhood next to our house, so you hear all the dogs and some cars now and then as well.
We're basically in the middle of the village.
We're in the middle of the village, yeah, but this is the forest that I came to as a child with my mother to pick a certain kind of mushrooms.
There were less houses.
Yeah. All of the houses up there weren't they then. But clearly this year it's going to take a lot longer for us to find anything. As said, we already found some porcini and they were beautiful. Oh, you should have seen the one that my sister and Misha that they found. It was gigantic. Ukraine. Okay, I would be very interested to see that. Huh?
I said ginormous.
Ginormous. Yeah, no, it was really, really massive. It was like, must have been a kilo or something. It was completely clean, not even touched by maggots. So that was awesome. Well, it depends what kind of mushrooms you pick. Let's see. The Wait a second. I will tell you in a moment. Then Stefan wants to show you something. Huh? Yeah. Look, but it's been there for quite a while. Because as you see, there's houses, and this is an old. Oh, did you hurt yourself?
I haven't seen it down there.
Yeah, no, but yeah, probably last winter. So that some old little tree house of some children. So normally we either dry the porcinis, them we usually dry. I mean, the ones that I found so far this year, I just made a risotto out of them, and that was gorgeous. But normally we dry them to use them later. You hear that all the dogs are going like, "Oop, our mushrooms." There's another kind that might be, but then we have to go a bit lower in a second. But that might be there. It's that one. I don't know what it is in English. It's got like there's sort of like milk coming out of it when you cut it, and usually those that kind you need to boil before you use it, and that one you can make a really nice mushroom salad out of. So if we find any of them, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to boil them and then uh, put them in salt water. And then when the Christmas comes, I have to soak them, get the extra salt out. And then after that, I can make a mean mushroom salad out of them. Actually, it's not mean, it's lovely. Oh, poor dogs. They think we're trespassing. But this place is in Finland. You're allowed to walk wherever, basically. We have the so-called everyman's right. This, by the way, is also a place where I would normally find one of my favorite mushrooms, but it's not here. How can it be like this, Stefan? Why are there no mushrooms?
Depends on the right kind of weather for it. So
Last night it was already freezing, so in
yeah,
that
it's only
sense,
a little bit. It could be.
so in that, yeah, yeah, but
This
and
kind
some.
of undergrowth, it shouldn't be a problem for me.
Look at this nice, beautiful tree
What is
here.
this here?
Huh?
What is this here?
What?
With white things of the poisonous oil.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know it. Mushrooms are the kind you have to exactly know what you're picking when you're picking mushrooms. There was apparently this was actually a really nasty thing. The from the hey, good morning, Tommy. I was already wondering where you were. The some of the Afghan refugees that had been saved and that ended up in Poland had tragically lost one of their kids because they had gone mushroom picking and picked the wrong kind, cooked it, eaten it, and then one of the children didn't survive that. So that, as said, you really have to know what you're picking. And of course, when you're in strange surroundings, the mushrooms that you get might be completely different. Like I wouldn't dare to go picking anywhere else except where I live because this is where I know what I'm picking. Wait, wait.
No,
They've
I'm
been
waiting,
clearly,
I'm waiting, I'm waiting.
yeah, they've been clearly taking out some trees. Yeah, it looks like autumn, doesn't it? But that's because it is autumn for us.
Here it's now autumn, yes.
Yeah, already at the end of last month. The end of August is already autumn for us. You see? But the leaves haven't turned quite yet. Some of them have,
No cloud, it's
and
about
the
4 7 years.
yeah, I know, I'm wearing rubber boots, so no problem.
Yeah.
But so some of the rowans have already changed color and they are so beautiful, but they are red. And some of the ground, like the blueberry leaves, have already changed color as well, but not everywhere. I think this is a completely useless trip in like mushroom sense.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's how the pretty colors start looking. I would think that it might look really beautiful this year, the fall foliage, because it has been so dry. Here's the fireweed, for instance. That's one of my favorites in the autumn. It gets so beautiful. You see that beautiful color? Well, uh, what we do depends on the mushroom, whether we use them directly. Oh, it's so awesome, this color. So cool. Whether we use them immediately, like now when I found the porcini and made the risotto with it. Hey, Heavenly Dew! Nice to see you here. We haven't found any mushrooms yet, in case you're wondering. But then and some of it, it depends, like the different kinds of boletus. Heavenly Dew says hi, Stefan, waving at you. The boletus mushrooms, them you can just cook, but some of the other ones you have to boil before, like frying. I'm fine. I'm a little bit tired from all. Like, oh, look, there has been boletus there. I'm a bit tired also from this morning because I was taking part in I was invited to be a speaker an IUCN World Congress, that is an nature conservation uh, organization, big massive one, and we were a part of the of one of the workshops there for best practices, which is pretty cool.
No, you were. I was in bed sleeping.
Yeah, well, you were sleeping, but it was about biodiversity and how nature revives people. That's kind of, thank you. I mean, that was seriously an honor. So that was pretty cool. I just uploaded, no, uploaded, yeah, the video, the video part that we did on our YouTube channel, so you can find it there. Yes. No, that's of course that's the thing for us as well, that we are a tiny little company, and tiny little company, and we can do only so much. But then again, we do what we can with the means that we've got.
We are very visible for a
We
company
are,
our size.
yes, yeah,
Pretty
we are
visible.
visible, and to be actually asked to take part in this kind of a this
You smell it.
wait.
It's what is it that they make the tea of? Siankersema.
Siankarsamo is the white one with small
Yes,
flowers.
that has the heavy sweet smell, isn't it?
No, you mean Messiangervo.
Messianervo.
Yeah,
That's the one. Yes. Oh, it's clear smell of Messianervo.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's great.
What's this one?
It is this,
Yes,
but
but
they
the
are already
smell is
bloomed
very
out.
much there.
Yeah, can I get that? Yeah. There's no flowers here anymore.
No, you should go
Span.
here and pick the
Oh, I'm
flowers
so happy to
sometimes
hear that.
in the
I'm so happy to hear that.
summertime because it's actually you get a really nice tea from it.
Yeah, the scent is
Messianervo.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's really sweet.
yeah, heavy sweet. I bet that you get a really nice lemonade from it.
Maybe, maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't
Maybe
know
a
if
bit of
you're
brewed lemonade from Messianervo flowers. Is that possible?
a what lemonade?
A brewed lemonade.
Brewed, like fermented, you mean?
Yes.
Ah,
Try that.
might be. But then we have to wait a year, and I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
forget again.
You can write it down as a possible project. Messianervo lemonade brewed.
in the list of 2 million other possible projects.
Yeah, but
No, but I mean, it's really wonderful to share this kind of stuff with people, and then also learn. We also learn from other people while we're doing it. So I love that.
well, it's
Look,
already great to share this kind of stuff with each other.
yeah,
You
that's
know.
true. That's true. See what that is? That is a snow scooter sign because there is a snow scooter route going from here.
You don't see any snow scooters.
No,
Oh,
why are they not
so
here?
I got the campfire barista. So I most people of you know that I'm the campfire barista, and I've got a coffee sled. And in the winter time, I move this sled around the village to make lattes and cappuccinos on open fire for people. So there's a on my sled there's a fireplace, and on that fireplace I make.
And the sled you pull with
And
the
the sled I pull is a
snow scooter.
snowmobile on top of the snow. And now I used to have a full 5-star rating on Google Maps. But now I got a 1-star review because somebody came here in the middle of the summer and was annoyed that the coffee sled wasn't in the streets. Well done, people.
Just to clarify, if somebody's wondering, you cannot pull the coffee sled
If there's
if
no
there's no
snow,
snow.
no,
You cannot move a snow scooter if there's no snow.
no,
But
no.
well, that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But it's a silly way to lose a perfect rating.
yeah, but you were good. I mean, the ratings never stay perfect forever,
No, no,
so
no, no.
something is going to be there.
Yeah.
When do the leaves start turning red and falling in Lapland? Well, as you see, they've already started turning.
They're not
Yeah. So some of the birch leaves have already turned yellow. You still do have completely green trees like this as well,
Well, it's
but
usually the
even
first
there you
two,
see
3 weeks of September. That's the so-called Ruska
the
item.
what?
The first 2, 3 weeks of September. That's
Yeah,
usually the so-called Ruska item.
ruska. Ruska means the time when the leaves turn, and that is now. So, as said, some of the leaves on the ground have already turned like the blueberry in a lot of places. Not here in this forest, I think. I think these were still green, but like in our own forest, it was completely red already. That is so beautiful. People travel here from elsewhere in Finland to see the fall foliage. And even though it's not necessarily the most beautiful on the trees, the reason why they come here is because of the ground ruska, maaruska. So when the leaves on the ground turn, because that's of course that's one thing that we have here. Like the forest floor vegetation is so different. In many places, you really get all kinds of like well in many places actually you have rather specific kind of uh, forest floor vegetation because the forests are mainly like leaf trees, so then there's not so much space for vegetation on the forest floor. Great fall is starting. Yeah, I can imagine. I remember seeing some like from the States and Canada, like these gorgeous pictures, really impressive. And like the trees that you have, the leaf trees, like wasn't it so that maple, for instance, doesn't that get really beautiful red leaves? At least the pictures I've seen. For us, it's the aspen and rowan. They are the ones that, yeah, I thought so. Aspen and rowan are for us the ones that really turn red. The other ones, like birch, turns yellow. That we need to do soon as well. Pick lingonberries. We didn't get any blueberries this year, but I'm sure there will be enough lingonberries. We need them because these ones we use for cooking. I make my marshmallows this with these berries. Hey Louise, nice to see you. Look, here's some lingonberries for you. Mushroom soup definitely, but not now because we didn't find any. Look, these are so cool. Before they have, oh, Mosquito is eating my finger. Wait. Before we freeze these, this is how they look. So there's like the red peel, and then they are completely white from the inside. But once they have been to the freezer, then the whole thing is kind of red inside out. And these are the funny berries that manage through the, if you would find them in the spring after they've been the whole winter under the snow, then you can still eat them. Blueberries don't work like that. You can't eat a blueberry anymore in the spring. Let's see. Wait. Wait. Here we are. Hey everybody. I thought that let's eat a lingonberry. These are already a bit sweet. These have clearly already frozen a little bit. Yeah, it's the same thing as with the rowan berry. Rowan berry does the same thing. It's terribly bitter, rowan berry normally, but then when you freeze it, it becomes lovely. And these are really, hey, happy Cora. Huh? Yeah, the birds start eating them once they have frozen already, and they get drunk from the berries. Hey, the fuck is that? Wait, turning it again. So, so lingonberry is one of those, and we pick them. I pick them for the marshmallows. That's what I make with these lingonberries. And then I make the cookies with them. Our blueberry lingonberry cookie, blueberry, chocolate lingonberry cookies, chocolate chip and lingonberry. They are gorgeous. Even if I say so myself, it's probably the best cookie. Huh? They're gorgeous. Yes. Ah, right. Well, that's good. Hey, you missed mushrooms. This is another one. So this is that karvarosku. Oh, thank you, Tommy. This is a karvarosku, and these are not like good specimens. That's why I'm not going to pick them. But this is the one that I was telling about. Hey, can you come and cut this one as well? These are always still in a bit more humid area than like the ones that we were looking at in the beginning.
But it is also eaten from the
And it's
inside.
also dry. That's what you notice. Cut from. Normally it would start giving out like this white milk from here, but it's just simply so dry
Yeah.
that it's not even doing that. So this mushroom has a really funny top normally. It's like furry from top. That's why it's called karvalaukku in Finnish, or karvarousku.
Furry, yeah.
Yeah. But these ones, this was one of the mushrooms that my mum always used to pick.
Because they make great salted mushrooms.
Yeah, I was just saying that that's what I did last year as well. I
Yeah.
picked some, put them in salt water for Christmas, and then
Because
before
you can
Christmas,
make really nice
mushroom salad.
Oh,
Yeah,
marvel.
but then I don't know if we will find any of these either this year. Man, I want to go somewhere else as well picking today. Just, the place where we sometimes go with Kate.
Yeah, I don't know if I managed to go anywhere with
No, just, very easily, just to see if there's something that we could use. This time of the year, if you are from here, you sort of, I, well, at least I have a built-in need to forage. I grew up that way. I think it's also somehow in my genes. Oh, look at this. It's so pretty.
the wrong kind of flora here.
Oh, the sianpolkka. The pig slingonberry. Ah,
I didn't know that the Heckendis grows to the house.
yeah. I mean, they are common. But so for me, like foraging, it's sort of in my nature. And if I can't do it, I get anxious. I think it's some sort of a thing about survival, you know? It must be some urge to sort of feed your family or something like that. I just love this bit. I need to take some pictures after I'm done. Looks so pretty here. I don't know, you probably can't see it via the screen, but I just love it. This is, I always say this, but that's the funny thing. Like when the season changes, I mean, I love summer. Summer for me is the best season because it's so short. But whenever the season changes, I love it. It's always gorgeous, and there's always so many things to see. Uh, Apples, we don't really have them here in Lapland. A bit more south in Lapland, yeah, but so far north where we are, not really. There are a few kinds that can manage here, but they don't grow wild. You would have to really have a tree. Raisa, my sister, she did, but then the rabbits ate it because it was still very small and it didn't make it. It didn't grow up because the bunnies ate it. Wild rabbits. No, it never grew past its childhood, unfortunately. We've been here before. Do you see this big stone, big rock? Love these. Ah, look, there's a big one.
Yeah, I saw them.
Will you still take it? Let's see if this one has. Oh, and there's more. Right.
Yeah, here's a lot of them.
Yeah. Okay.
There
Let
was,
me just. Will you take this and I'll.
there was something else a little bit back, but it didn't look very good either.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, these clearly are a bit old. Don't step on them though.
The blue signs. Oh, wait a second, I'll get there. So the blue signboards, they are to mark the snowmobile route. You see, there's a small guy on a snowmobile on it. So we are walking now on what is going to be the snowmobile track in the winter time. So now it's a little forest track, but in the winter time you can drive with your snowmobile here. And this is a short and windy connection track, so you're not allowed to drive faster than 30 kilometers per hour here.
I want to show you this.
Yes.
So I was telling about this being the furry mushroom. I mean, this is also not now an edible one because it doesn't look good. But you see here, like it's like
The
the
fur.
wool of a wild swine. You see
Uh,
the woolly mushroom.
uh, woolly bully.
So you can, when you cook these, you sort of you peel off this wool. See, this was when I was a child. This was the only mushroom that I would eat, and that was sheerly because of the it being so woolly. And again, you see that this is completely dry. It doesn't give out the milk at all. It hasn't been eaten by maggots at least, but we can't use it. It's just too dry.
Two, 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 two,
Yeah.
two.
No, but this is where the name comes from. Now I got all the wool out.
Yes.
Can't do anything with it though.
Turha.
Turhan. I think these are all just completely dry.
Yeah, I'll try not to. You see the chimney there? There's a central heating system in the village that people can connect to. The school is connected to it, and some of the hotels. So there they create heat or hot water that's being pumped around central heating facility.
Here, look.
That's
Now
the,
I realize why it looks like this.
oh, still that's the only factory in the village. That's the heat factory. Yeah,
And that's the thing that we need the most.
heat. Yes.
Um, Now I only realize it's because these have frozen. You see
Oh, of
that
course.
this
Yeah,
part
yeah,
is really
yeah.
there was night frost last night,
Yeah,
and you can see it from here. This would have actually been like had I found it yesterday,
it would have been a great one.
would have been
Yeah,
a great one. But this is
yeah.
now just you feel it even like it's sort of
Do you feel it, people?
hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh
Also,
well.
these berries here, they look like lingonberries, but they're not. And these actually give you a bellyache when you eat them. Swine's
Where's
swine's
the
lingonberries.
other side of? Did I take the other side of the? Yeah, I did.
You did, yes.
I can take that now. No, I don't.
This.
Yes.
Uh,
We're not going to hang around here for much longer now because we are both so tired.
yes.
Stefan from DJing and me from being nervous
I had
about
a
the.
great night though. People were dancing, it was a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, but then again, you are a great DJ, so.
but I agree.
And
So
people agree. That's a
yes.
funny thing. Oh, thank you, Tommy.
Last week I was the whole last weekend, so a week ago, I was playing the whole weekend as a residence DJ on a small pop festival 10 kilometers north of here, Solarco Festival, and that was a lot of fun. So then now this was how do you say that? Very small compared to that, but a lot of fun as well. So and I'll be playing next week again, and then 2 weeks after that again. So I'm sort of I'm on a roll. Uh,
Stefan is creating a reputation.
yeah, in 2 years I'm turning 50, and I'm still starting now on the DJ career.
Oh yeah, good time before turning 50. You get like
Yeah, I mean, and then I still have half my life in front of me. So
yes, yes.
yeah,
Uh, let's see. Yeah, those mushrooms they are wonderful once you actually get them uh, salted and ready. But that basket, that's like a tiny version of. I've got a bigger one as well, but I didn't even try to take the big one along now. Completely useless when because I knew already on before that there's not going to be a lot of mushroom. Maybe we still, Stefan, what do you say? Do we still walk to our yard and show
yeah.
the butter bollators?
But we have to last time we walked with a garbage bag. The silliest things people throw to the
Yeah,
side
but I
here.
think it's also because in the winter time they don't realize that
Yeah,
it's all going to be showing here. Let's still walk uh,
that's
to our
after the walk.
yard.
You can see, by the way, here it's funny to show. You can see the rocks here; they are scraped from the top.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
do you see that they are like they have this
Stretches. So that's because this is the snowmobile track. So
oh, good night,
in the
Louise.
spring
Nice that you were
winter
here.
when a lot of the snow is molten, but people still want to drive, even though it's already sort of not really possible anymore. That's where you get these scratches on the rock.
Yeah, it's snow scooters that do that.
Yeah. So here on the tree
Tree
roots
roots,
you
you
see
see
as
that
well.
as well. Yeah,
So it should basically, like at a certain point, people should just not be
stop
allowed
doing
to
it. But
drive here anymore.
yeah,
Because every year is a different.
I think you're difficult to hear probably when
It's
you.
because every year a different moment when that happens.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
don't know
earlier,
that on
sometimes
beforehand.
later. So,
And at some point they stop maintaining the track. That's what they do. But then people, especially the locals, they still drive here.
they make their own track.
Yeah, but it's already a bit dangerous at that point because then
Yeah,
you go to the lake from here,
yeah.
and you don't want to. sink into the water with your snow scooter.
No, not without it in there.
Well, no. Now we're coming to the road and then we're almost home already. So we are really next to our house here. This is not our Halipu forest, so we were just in the nearby forest to check the mushrooms, but alas, no sight.
Alas,
Yes, alas, alas.
alas. Alas is,
I'm allowed to pronounce it like a
alas
Finn.
is Finnish for down.
Down, yes.
Which is true. Down there, no mushrooms. Oh, there's one.
There's one. But we will show you still one mushroom that we have next to our house. And it's not the dangerous kind. It's actually a 3-star edible mushroom, but Halipu Forest is 10 kilometers from here. So here we are now in the village, but then
Very, very funny to see. Maybe show this.
yeah, here we are in the village, but then 10 kilometers from here, that's where my father is from, and that's where the
So these
forest
have been
is.
pink flowers. I think you've shown them. The
Yeah, that's that's
fireweed.
what's left of the fireweed.
So then they become this fireweed seed.
These are so nice and fluffy,
Yes.
really soft. It's like wool.
And it's like these things that burst open and then there's the
Yeah,
wool inside.
and then they're everywhere. As kids, you really love these. It's as if you can pretend that you're making like clothes with these. I don't think you can,
And look,
but
I mean, the rowan
look at the
berries
rowan
look
berries.
lovely.
Gorgeous, aren't they? But the rowan hasn't turned yet. Some of the ones on our yard have. We can check them, but so this village where we live, there's about 700 inhabitants. But this is a road that takes you all the way to the ice sea. If you would just keep driving this road, you would end up in Norway and by the sea. Eventually,
Theoretically, yes. Yeah.
I mean, you can go further up, further
Yeah.
and further up
Yeah.
from
It's funny
here.
because this is the Onasjoentie. That's what this street is called.
Yes,
It's because it follows for a large part the river Onas.
let's not
And so
stand in the middle of that.
we have a very low number here. But the people that I buy my reindeer sausages from in the winter time, they live 50 kilometers north of here, and if you look at the address, you'd think that they're almost our neighbors. They have the same street and the same postal code, but a house number that's like quite a bit
900 and
higher.
something or what?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like they are, but it's 50, 60 kilometers even. How far is it?
Yeah, must be
At
something
least
like that.
50, 60 kilometers. Yeah.
We don't have small children anymore, but we
Long
have the
street.
visitors that come here weekly. But look, this is the mushroom I still wanted to show you.
Ah, right.
Unfortunately, the ones that we have on our yard are
Negative, negative.
always eaten by maggots. But this mushroom is beautiful. This is a 3-star mushroom, edible. So 3-star is like the best one that you can get.
If I hold this and you
Okay,
take it apart,
I will dissect it.
dissect the mushroom.
Yes, look. So here you already seen that it's been taken a bite out of, or a few. This is another Boletus. You see it from the way that the underside looks. So there's like these tiny little holes,
Yeah.
and it's called butter Boletus in
This is not
Finnish.
zoom. It zooms from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's called Butterpolatus because of the color. If you zoom in, then you have to really keep it still, otherwise it's going to be
Yeah.
waving all directions.
These ones. Did Tommy say that you saw these mushrooms on your front yard?
Well, you can. These are relatively easy to actually
So where
recognize.
does Tommy live, anyways?
Boston.
Boston. Okay. Yeah.
So if you when these are humid, when they have been when it has been raining, then there's this layer. It's a really slimy layer on top, and you can peel it off like this, and it's got like a yellow color. So that's where the name butter in the name comes. I'm not sure what it is in English, but in Finnish it's called butterblade.
Keep it
It's
like that.
actually
Keep it like that.
relatively clean. So there were some
Looks really nice.
little worms had been eating from the foot, but this hat looks rather clean. And this, what you could do with this, well, what you could do with this, I'm not going to do it now, but you could just chop it up into small pieces, throw it on a pan with some butter. First you would dry. First you would throw it on the chop it small, throw it on a pan. Then you would fry out all the water from it. So so they become sort of all the water, the liquid that comes out and that comes into the pan. You have to wait until it's pretty much completely out. Then you throw in a lump of butter and a chopped onion,
Then some
and then fry
salt
a
and
bit
pepper.
more. Then you get like a beautiful,
Mm.
like brown fried, beautiful mushroom. That's the basic Finnish way of doing it. Then you can, in the end, you can also add, for instance, cream.
Anyways, there's a basic Finnish rule. If you want things to taste good, you have to fry them in butter.
Well, it's true.
Kitchen rule number one.
Or a mixture of butter and olive oil, for instance. You know?
Um, a great top for the a tip. Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, a great tip for the water. Yeah, Jane says it's a great tip for the water. She never knew that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it depends. The French do it another way.
Yeah,
They just fry it like directly on a
yeah.
very hot
I
heat.
like. Yeah, I know, but I like it the Finnish way to first get the water out properly,
Yeah,
and then even what I've been doing, what I like is to then even really um, transfer them to a clean pan. So
yeah,
first
or
you
in
fry
between.
the water
Yeah.
out, and then put them on a piece of paper, and then clean the pan up, take a clean pan, and then fry them in butter and onion with a bit of onion.
So this would be now. I would be able
Akitos,
to.
thank you. Jane gave a super heart award.
Okay, thank you, Jane. These I would be able to just throw in a pan, and
Yeah,
then I would fry out the water,
yes. And
and
then,
then some butter
and then,
and onions.
and then I would eat them.
You would most likely eat them. That
Yes.
is a highly likely scenario.
Look, really do it the same way. Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it's just, the northeastern European way of doing things.
There's still some more of these that technically I could, but
I mean,
I just
yeah.
can't be bothered today. I'm too tired.
I was still thinking about the Ukrainian way and the Russian way and the Finnish way, of course. These forest things, these ways of doing things with things from the forest, they are like old. They are like not even hundreds. They are thousands of years old. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day to you too. Yeah, thousands of years old. So it's not strange that they are the same in a larger region. Like
Yeah.
Ukraine, Russia, Baltic states, Finland. I mean, it's all connected, of course. People have been dwelling around. So
And in a lot of Western countries, people haven't been using mushrooms.
yeah, yeah.
It's
In the Netherlands, for instance, people are really
afraid.
afraid of
Yeah,
mushrooms. Yeah, that's also because you have so many poisonous ones.
yeah. We don't have many poisonous ones
Yeah,
here, especially here in Lapland, and they are very easy to recognize. So,
yeah,
or the edible mushrooms are very easy to recognize. Let's put it that way. But hey, I am going to now say bye to everybody. Now at least you got to see one kind of mushroom that would be usable. So I'm not going to wave you. I'm going to wave you with my knife.
Wave
Why
it
do you keep
tonight.
moving
So
like that?
because of the sunlight.
Oh, okay.
There's a
I
good
thought that
reason
you're
for
going
it.
to make strange, like filming me from like
No,
side
no,
or
no. I
something.
was looking for a way to not make the sun bother us.
But
Like,
yes, so
Tommy says thank you for the food lesson.
thank you, thank you. I wish I could sometimes like cook for all of you guys, but then you have to come to Lapland for that, I'm
Come to
afraid.
Lapland and we'll cook for you. Is that what you're saying?
No.
No? Okay. Have an awesome day, Heavenly Do.
Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week as well. And if you're interested, I just downloaded the IUCN video that
Okay.
we did on our YouTube channel. Just
Upload it.
up, yeah, I keep saying it the wrong way around, but I uploaded it there. So if you want to see what we presented today in that Congress, World Congress, a moment ago,
Yeah. Watch
then
the
you can just
Halipu
watch that.
YouTube
Yeah.
channel. Greg, the treetop flyer, just says that insomnia allowed him to see this live for once. So
That's good.
we're
Every
sorry.
Sunday you can join us at
We're
this
sorry
silly
for
time.
your insomnia, but it's nice that you were
At
here
least
with
you
us.
got good company.
That's how it is. Hey, bye, Tommy. And see you guys. I
See
also
you,
say bye.
people.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Now you have to tell me Rita, how to turn this off because oh,
There's
there's
a red
actually a button
button.
that